You know that rare, magical feeling? You check your banking app, and instead of closing it in a cold sweat and pretending money doesn't exist, you actually smile. You stop doing the mental gymnastics at the grocery store to see if buying name-brand cereal means you're eating shoe leather for the rest of the month. Most financial gurus with bleached teeth and rented mansions will tell you that you need $1 million to be wealthy, or that 6 figures is the magic number. They are wrong. There is a much smaller, quieter milestone that completely rewires your brain and breaks the simulation. That number is $20,000. I spend way too much time thinking about why some people effortlessly stack cash while everyone else stays trapped in a loop of paycheck-to-paycheck doom. If you want to understand the actual mechanics of wealth building instead of just wishing on a star, you are in the right place. Think about building wealth like pushing a massive boulder up a steep hill. At the start, it is pure torture. You're straining, your legs are shaking, and you're making about an inch of progress an hour. You start wondering if the boulder is even real or if you were just stuck in some twisted myth. But $20,000 is the peak of that hill. Everything before that point is you fighting gravity. Everything after that point, gravity starts working for you. The magic isn't just in the mathematics, it is in your head. When you have zero savings, your brain lives in survival mode. You take a soul-crushing job because you are too broke to say no. You stay in toxic situations because leaving feels like a death sentence. Psychologists call this a scarcity mindset. It's like trying to plan a vacation while your house is literally on fire. You do not have the mental bandwidth to think about growth when you're busy trying not to drown. But at $20,000, the fire goes out. Research shows that even a tiny $2,000 buffer increases your well-being by 21%. When you hit $20,000, which is usually 3 to 6 months of living expenses for most people, your brain finally stops asking how to survive Tuesday and starts asking how to own the company. Now, let's look at the math. Let's say you're investing $1,000 a month. Getting to your first $20,000 takes about 19 months of discipline and skipping the lifestyle inflation. It's a grind. But here's the kicker. Your second $20,000 only takes about 17 months. You did not work harder. You did not get a promotion. You just had that first $20,000 working a side hustle in the background called compound interest. By the time you're aiming for $400,000, you can generate $20,000 in just 5 months without lifting a finger. The first milestone is the hardest. Every milestone after that is a downhill sprint. Saving $20,000 proves something more valuable than the money itself. It proves you are not a slave to your impulses. You have rewired your brain to delay gratification. You have become the type of person who controls their money instead of letting a credit card statement dictate your happiness. This identity shift changes your career too. At $20,000, you have what I call walking away money. You could look a bad boss in the eye and negotiate for a raise because you're not desperate. Desperation has a smell, and employers can sniff it a mile away. Confidence, backed by a bank account, gets you paid. Often, you don't even need to use the money. Just knowing it's there changes your entire demeanor. You become more assertive, you take on bigger projects, and people notice. Here's where most people blow it. They hit $20,000, feel that psychological shift, and immediately think they deserve a new car. Don't do it. That $20,000 is not a reward for good behavior. It's the foundation of your entire financial future. The average person spends more on car payments and insurance over their life than it would take to achieve complete financial independence. A new car loses 20% of its value the moment you drive it home. You are literally burning your foundation to look cool at a red light. When you have $20,000 saved, you stop asking if you can afford the monthly payment and start asking what the opportunity cost is. That $30,000 car isn't just $30,000. It's $30,000 that could have grown to over $200,000 in an investment account over 20 years. Suddenly, driving a reliable used car doesn't feel like a sacrifice. It feels like a strategic choice that is funding your freedom. $20,000 isn't going to make you rich overnight, but it will fundamentally change how you think about opportunity. It's the difference between reacting to life and designing it. Start building that foundation today, because your future self is counting on the decisions you make right now. Trust me, they will thank you for it.